Hello and welcome to my update with Bill's one patch method. It hasn't been going great. I went on holiday and some people say a holiday is a good time to start a quit attempt. I don't think so. I think it's got to be everything normal. At the same time, you have to change your routines a little bit. Um, and you have to have replacements. For me, at the moment, I like a nice, maybe a Starbucks decaf latte. It's expensive, but so are cigarettes. So are cigarettes. Or maybe a bubble tea, if you know what bubble tea is. I love bubble tea. And if I have a bubble tea, I can easily go without a cigarette as a treat. Now, what the patch does, as I've said, it takes away the lows. So you won't crave if you've got the patch on. But like I said, we're only wearing one patch. What's been happening lately with me is I've been waking up in the night thinking my heart is suffering a little bit because I'm not in the best of shapes. My heart sometimes my chest hurts a little bit, not much, but a little bit, and it worries me. So I take off the patch in the middle of the night, and then when I wake up, I'm craving, and that's not how to do it. You leave the patch on until it actually falls off. That's the plan this time, and I need to see it through. I just haven't had the sticking power. So anyway, I had a cigarette 10 minutes ago. You can leave it a few minutes before you put the patch on. It's not like have a cigarette and then straight away put the patch on. You can leave it half an hour, or even longer if you feel like it. But with using this method, you do use a patch. So there's my patch. Uh, so like I said, I just smoked 10, 20 minutes ago. And the beauty of the one patch method is I can have another cigarette. And this goes on forever. But like I said, in the first hour or two, you have a cigarette with the patch on. The cigarette won't feel very effective because you're wearing the patch. Uh, and then hopefully you'll get the idea that cigarettes aren't helping you that much. So it's fine to have a cigarette within a couple of hours, an hour or two. So I've saved a patch for my patch to go on, no pun intended. I've said that before. That goes in the bin. I'll get. I think I'll even get a cigarette ready for in a few minutes. I've got some normal cigarettes today. There it is. Yum yum. I shouldn't do that in case there's some. Sorry if that triggered you. If you're in the middle of a quit attempt, but this is encouragement for those of you who are just thinking about quitting. Join me in my quit attempt. It's every night. Every night I quit, and then the next day I've got the hours. There's a film called The Hours. It's a good film. Just the hours means there's so many hours in the day you've got to not smoke, but you've got to keep busy. You've got to have a positive attitude. Uh, so tomorrow I'm going to get up, have a bath, maybe go to the shop, get a newspaper, read the newspaper. I've got a doctor's appointment, so I'll go to the doctor, and then I'll buy a bubble tea. And hopefully, all this time, I'll have a patch on. This patch will still be on, and I will hopefully not have any cigarettes tomorrow morning. So I'll let you know how it goes. If, like I said, everyone has their own way of quitting. It can take years. Some people never quit because they die first, and then they go into the afterlife. Who knows what is in the afterlife? I don't know. Maybe there isn't one. A lot of people say they're sure, they're convinced there is no afterlife, but where's the proof there's no afterlife? Maybe there is an afterlife. I've got tea with milk and honey. I got this mug from a friend of Magda's. RPC, it says. Can you read that, or is it back to front? Our safety, my priority. It's got a Nike, more of a Shaw deodorant tick. And I've got some spa water. Actually, it's tap water because I reuse the bottle. But sometimes I'll go to the shop and I'll think I don't want anything much, but I'll buy myself a bottle of water as a treat. It's only 75p. Most people are buying alcoholic drinks for £3 or £4, so I think I can afford a little bottle of water. In the Daily Star today, there was a coupon for a free tea and cake at Morrison's Cafe. So I wanted to give it to my mum, but she didn't want to go, so we cut it out, my mum and I put it in my pocket. So maybe I'll go to Morrison's and have a free cake and cup of tea. I suspect that all the cakes will have gone because there'll probably be a lot of people using the same coupon, coupon. There'll be a lot of people using the same coupons, but they don't. I'm sure they won't run out of cups of tea, so I can have a nice free cup of tea. But I can have a free cup of tea at home anyway. It depends which Morrison's cafe you go to. Some are better than others. I do like cafes. Sorry, I'm rambling now. So give it a go. Get some patches. You don't have to use my method. You can use whatever method you want to quit smoking, but it is really worth trying, and not even just for your health. There's, I genuinely believe your brain has a better enjoyment of life without nicotine. You start to see the beauty of things. You start to enjoy things that you never enjoyed in the past. You just really get more out of life when you're not a nicotine addict. And yes, maybe from time to time, maybe once a day or twice a day, you'll get a little craving when you see someone else smoke. But it's not worth it because they're getting drugs to give them their happiness. You can get your happiness from a sunset or the feeling of having worked hard and the success that brings, the successful satisfaction that brings. That's the word. And people who know me might say I don't know anything about hard work, but I like to keep busy. I do try and work. Anyway, I'm rambling. Have a good night, everybody, or a good morning if you're watching this in the morning, and take care. Bye for now.